Hello, and welcome to the finale of the storyline, Avengers vs. X-Men. Let's finish this. Tony Stark was briefing his teammates on recent events crucial to their current condition 72 hours before the decisive fight against Scott Summers, the Dark Phoenix. He explains how the Phoenix Force, which came to Earth in attempt to restore Mutantkind and was responsible for Hope Summers' birth, who was destined to wield the power of the Phoenix, are connected to the events of the known House of M, the extinction of the mutant race, and those occurrences. And ultimately, that the Phoenix Force and Wanda's chaos magic are linked in a cycle, just as they were yin and yang. The Scarlet Witch and Hope must cooperate in order to defeat the Phoenix, according to Stark's further explanation. In the meantime, Wanda tries to talk to Hope, comfort her over her remorse over not being able to save her people, and persuade her to join Stark's conversation. After she tries to calm Hope down by telling her that she can't be held entirely responsible for what Cyclops and the Phoenix Five have done, Hope turns to face her and says that Wanda should take the blame for the decimation, even though she can't because she was unstable at the time. Iron Man and Captain America witness the two strong women battling as they are about to approach them. The action shifts to the present, when Scott Summers has already become the Dark Phoenix and has nearly overpowered the Avengers. The Stepford Cuckoos are telepathically notifying the Avengers from the Jean Grey School of Higher Learning about the destruction the Phoenix Force has wrought all over the planet, including earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and fire raining. Captain America declares over the Quinjet's radio to every Avenger and X-Man that the Earth doesn't die on our watch. In multiple locations around the world, including Beijing and Paris, various teams of the Avengers and X-Men are attempting to control the turmoil. Summers blasts Thor away as the conflict is ultimately transferred to the Himalayas. Captain America commands the other Avengers to kill Cyclops when they come and then summons a powerful fireball to throw them away. When Iron Man calls for additional assistance, Nova shows up and, using his abilities, confronts Cyclops, who was about to leave the battle but is eventually subdued. At that very moment, Hope and the Scarlet Witch step there, genuinely determined to defeat him. The action then shifts to when Hope and Wanda were about to start fighting when they were stopped by Iron Man and Captain America, who persuaded them to fight alongside one another instead. As they both beat Cyclops mercilessly, Hope recalls her training in Kunlun. The Avengers cavalry shows up to join the conflict. At that same moment, Cyclops begins to recall his pasts, the morals Xavier taught him, his friendship with Wolverine, and Jean Grey's apparent demise. The Phoenix takes over him once more when he begs for death and begins to burn everything around him. He sees Jean pleading with him to stop before being finally vanquished by Hope and Wanda, compelling the Phoenix Force to depart from him. The cosmic energy surrounds Hope as she recalls a conversation she had with Captain America, following the battle with Wanda, in which they discussed how, if they were successful in recapturing the Phoenix energy from Cyclops, Hope should transform into the Phoenix. Iron Man then follows Hope as she quickly flies away. She begins utilizing the Phoenix's power to undo the harm Summers did before finally making her way back with the Avengers and X-Men. She claims she would keep it and fulfill her destiny as a rescuer. Wanda persuades her, however, that while becoming the Phoenix was part of her destiny, she was actually meant to release the power rather than use it. Hope asks Wanda to assist her in undoing the harm caused by the "No More Mutants" spell since she feels overpowered by the cosmic force. When they both say, "No more Phoenix," they hold hands. After leaving Hope, the cosmic energy spreads out across the globe. When Cerebro returns to the Jean Grey Institute, the Stepford Cuckoos discovers a curious occurrence, the emergence of more mutants. One of the first to display her abilities is a little girl Spider-Man saved in China. When Cyclops awakens, feeling guilty about the blood on his hands, the Avengers and the X-Men are rejoicing over the triumph and the expansion of Mutantkind. Later, Captain America pays a visit to an imprisoned Cyclops, accepting full responsibility for his and the Phoenix Five's deeds. Rogers acknowledges that he contributed to the conflict in part because the Avengers did not do enough to stop the prejudice against mutants, and allowed it to fester. The effects of the war are displayed. Magneto and the other members of the Phoenix Five are on the run throughout the world. Captain America is assembling a new team of mutant Avengers. Wakanda is recovering from Namor's attack. Iron Man acknowledges that faith and science can coexist, and Thor is offering Nova a position with the Avengers. Scott tries to persuade Captain America that sacrifices were necessary in order for a new era for mutants to be feasible, because of the Phoenix Force's presence. Finally, Scott quips that there always has to be destruction before the rebirth. as Captain America departs with Wolverine and Hope is getting ready to take off from Utopia. A lone rose grows in the wake of the island's devastation as Hope takes off in a jetpack.